I just happened to throw out to my man Shannon Sharpe that, you know what, if LeBron James does win a championship this year, which would be his fourth, it's going to feel like it was tainted, like it will deserve an asterisk because obviously the season has been shortened. Shannon lost it at that moment, and we didn't really have time to finish, so I allowed my man Shannon to sleep on it last night and see if a cooler head would prevail today. So, Shannon, do you feel as strongly now as you did yesterday about no asterisk for this season if LeBron wins a championship?
Hell no, it ain't going to be no asterisk. Skip, you need to stop this. You keep on trying to undermine the man's performance. Now, when Tim Duncan won his title in 1999 after an abbreviated season, nobody said anything about an asterisk. But let me tell you, I'm going to come a little even more future. Skip, did you realize LeBron's first title was a shortened season? Where's the asterisk? Now, all of a sudden, we go out west. Don't mess with the West. Oh, who the big bad West? LeBron can never do what he's doing in the East. What he's doing in the East, he could never do that in the West. Now he's in the West. We're messing with the West. As a matter of fact, we're messing over the West. Now all of a sudden, you want to try to find a way. We're gonna win the title. There's nothing you or anybody else can do about it, and we're gonna leave no doubt in anyone's mind that we're the GOAT. We've been the GOAT for the last 3 years, but all we're doing is because we don't like to use that term because we're still playing. People want us to wait till our career is over and they can evaluate it properly. But I ain't waiting that long. We the GOAT right now, and we're going to win the title this year, and we're going to repeat next year.
Okay, first up, my man, Tim Duncan, the great Tim Duncan of the San Antonio Spurs. May they rest in peace, what's left of them. But Tim Duncan is now obviously a coach on that bench sitting next to Coach Popovich. Maybe he'll take over next year. I don't know. But the point is, Tim Duncan won 5 rings. He was 5-0 in NBA Finals. And remember, he would have won 6 rings if not for Ray Allen. I'm disqualifying what happened because Ray cost him that one with the greatest clutch shot I've ever seen and took LeBron off the hook. We'll get to that in just a moment. But the point was, I have never said that Tim Duncan was even in the same ballpark with Michael Jeffrey Jordan. I have never made the case that Tim was the GOAT. Obviously, Michael is the GOAT. Everybody but you and maybe a billion blind witnesses out there thinks that Jordan is the GOAT. But the point is, 5 rings with one that was tainted. I'm going to give you that because that year in 1999, they played only 50 games. Well, they did play a full playoffs at the end of it, so you got to give them that, but it was only a 50-game season. And I'm so happy you brought this up because if you didn't, I was. But LeBron's first ring is a little tainted because they didn't play the first game that year in 2012 until Christmas Day. So that was only a 66-game season. Not bad, and they did play the full playoffs, but... Well, I got that, but again, right now they're stuck on 63, and I'm not sure how many more games we're going to have, if in fact we're going to have any more games. But again, 66, a little more than 50, but there's a tiny asterisk there because they didn't have to fight it out, and LeBron didn't have to spend himself over 82 games. So maybe he got a little break there, but I'm not going to hold that against you. This year, I would hold against you because to me, and we don't know this, but if we do have playoffs, what if they're abbreviated? What if this year the first round of the playoffs has to be best 2 out of 3? What if the subsequent rounds all the way through the finals have to be best 3 out of 5, right? 5-game series. So to me, that gives LeBron a huge break. And as I tried to explain to you yesterday, a huge break over the Clippers, who I think is their biggest threat to this year's championship run. And the Clippers got thrown together. They threw together at the trade deadline or right around it, the buyout deadline. They got Marcus Morris and then Reggie Jackson. They're both high-volume shooters, ball-dominant players. So they needed reps. They needed to be able to play out the regular season just to get to know each other. And all of a sudden, obviously, boom, it stopped cold. I don't know, would they play a few regular season games or even preseason kind of games to get ready for the playoff run? It's going to be different to the point that it's going to be tainted. And it's huge advantage to LeBron because I do think he made a great run at MVP. And I do think it took a lot out of that year 17 body. And I do think he was on the precipice of danger zone of injury. And they kept saying he's got some kind of a groin issue. Last year he pulled his groin and wasn't really the same after Christmas Day, and they missed the playoffs. So this gave him a chance to heal completely up. Obviously, Kawhi's got arthritic knees, so there's some advantage there for him. But as I told you yesterday, LeBron and AD got to play 53 games together this year, and Kawhi and Paul George only 32 games, 53 to 32. So it's already huge advantage to the Lakers. And now if you stop the season cold and then you say, let's start the playoffs, they know each other. Their chemistry is pretty established. In fact, you were making the case they were rolling. Well, they can pick it right back up and roll through an abbreviated playoffs to a cheapened ring. Go ahead.
So let me get this straight. Is Kawhi's championship tainted because he load managed last year? He missed 20 games in the regular season. So anybody that wins the title this year,
it was still a full season.
This year, if they don't play the full compilation of games, so this means that anybody, so it's Giannis, Kawhi, LeBron, anybody. So it's just not LeBron if they win the title this year. Anyone that wins the ring this year, the ring would be compromised. Is that what you're telling me?
Absolutely. Yes, sir. Period. Okay. End of story. It's going to be remembered as the COVID-19 title or the Corona championship. It just is. I mean, it just is. It's what we're all having to fight through now. You know it, and I know it. And again, it's starting to feel like a long shot that we're even going to get to finish. But if they do figure out a way to finish, you know and I know it's abbreviated. It has to be. I don't know how it's going to be. There could even be one game first-round playoffs. Just do or die like the baseball.
Ain't gonna be no one game. This ain't no baseball.
The play-in game.
No.
Could be.
They're not going to be that.
Well, it may be. We may be forced to do that. And I'm sorry, it would be just so fitting if LeBron finally won his 4th ring to move to 4 and 6 in the finals, and everybody would sit back and say, you know, it's just not the same. Way to go, LeBron, but
it is the same.
Sorry.
Well, guess what?
Everybody's
that ring won't have an asterisk on it. That ring won't have an asterisk.
It might. It might have to have a little white mask on it, just a little mask, because everybody's got to wear a mask right now, right? So it might have a little mask. I don't know. It's not the same, and I'm sorry. And I'm going to point this out again to all those blind witnesses. If Ray Allen doesn't hit that greatest clutch shot ever, taking LeBron off the hook, he's 2-7 in the finals. And I remind everybody, in that Game 6 of the 2013 finals, LeBron had the shot to tie, the three-point shot, and he LeBricked it. And he LeBricked it so badly off back iron that it bounded long out to Chris Bosh, who then sweetly kicked it into the corner to Ray Allen, who got his feet behind the line and ripped it as clean as you can rip it to tie the score and send it to overtime. And that took LeBron off a huge hook. He would be 2-7. And man, 3-6 sounds a lot better than 2-7 to me. So congratulations.
Well, we're about to be
Ray Allen.
We're going to win this year, and we're going to win next year. We'll be 5-6. We'll be 5-6 and 11. How about that?
You'll kind of be like 4.5 and 6. This is going to count like a half this year.
No. That's going to count the real deal. Real deal.
Okay.
Thank you for watching. You can subscribe here to get the latest from the show, and be sure to check out more of the best clips from Undisputed, or go watch a few other segments from our other shows on FS1.